Hello everybody, and welcome back to another crypto live stream. And today I want to talk about Ripple XRP and mostly actually about Binance coin. I know that's something I don't think have done that often, definitely not that often actually. But today I definitely think it is worth it to talk about, mostly because the issue at hand is something that really resembles XRP to a certain degree, but also is definitely something which you should think about for yourself too, as it encompasses or really takes in itself one of the biggest backlashes which XRP used to face, but then now for BNB. Basically, that's kind of like what the situation is looking like. But I'm seeing you guys all coming in quick already. That is good. That is good. That is good. How you guys all doing? Put down below in the box where you're watching from, guys. I think if there's 100 people, we can start the stream. So if you're watching this after the fact, just skip maybe like a minute or so. I'm going to wait for a couple of people to hop on in before I do my story. Let's see. Paul says, I mute you because I'm watching on a Simpsons episode where XRP is 589. Sorry, man. I get that, bro. I completely get that. Complete respect to you then for doing that. That's understandable. All right. I see you guys are all in there. The Netherlands. All right. Holland. You guys are in there? That's very, very good. I have never heard that place before, but it sounds pretty cool. Paso, Texas, Pittsburgh, Toronto, Scotland, Indiana, Poland, Manchester, Canada. Crazy guys. All right. So I think there's 150 people in. Do we already have a couple of likes? Yes, we have 17. All right. So what up, Tristan? What's up? All right. So to start out a little bit of my story, let me start off with this article right here. All right. Let me start off with this article, which said at the title, "What's next for XRP?" So this one might sound a little bit meh. And the reason it is because it actually is not really a good question. What's next for XRP is something that we on the YouTubes can easily say, because I think we have the prior knowledge of really talking about XRP all day, looking into it all day. We can say something like that. But these articles are usually written in a very bad way, and in a second I'll show you guys why. But really, I'm not going to talk about this article for the content, all right? I want to tell you guys what is next for XRP, what is coming up, and why there is one of the biggest dilemmas in crypto right now going on that a lot of people are talking about. Let me quickly go share the live stream over in Twitter. Let me do that right now, and then we can get started, all right? Then I'm going to explain to you guys. Let me quickly try. I'm not really good with sharing on Twitter, guys. I'm not really a Twitter type of guy, but I'm going to try it anyway. Hashtag BNB. And hashtag XRP. I also don't know if hashtags do anything, but all right. Come join live stream. Enter. There we go. All right. So I've shared it over on Twitter. Then I'm going to quickly share it over in the Discord. And then we can get to the claps. All right. Let me see. Where's Discord? Can I open up Discord? Yes, I can. All right. Let me quickly, guys, it's going to take 20 freaking seconds. All right. It just takes a little second because I can only start to share it if I'm in it, right? If the live stream is on already, I think. That's why I'm doing it. Everyone, live, come join. Edit message. Let me copy that. There we go. Enter. And here, enter. All right, there we go. All right, so I've put it in the Discord 2 times now so we can start the stream. Yeah, all right, we're good. All right, so what's next for XRP? Well, to kind of talk about that, I think we have to start from the basis, right? What is happening in the near future? This article actually doesn't talk about that. They mostly talk about the history, Ripple explained, yada, yada, yada. And it did get me thinking, which is why I wanted to start the stream here. It got me thinking, and it really is something you guys should think about too. Why are you holding XRP? Why are you going for it? Why, what? To me, it is mostly because they're fixing a very big problem, right? But that's also because I personally don't think they're really centralized. Some people say that that's the case because of their consensus algorithm. Some people say that that's the case because of how much they hold. But listen, Ripple's answer to a long-term problem. We live in an era where we have constant and instantaneous connectivity. However, when it comes to money transfer globally, specifically cross-border transactions, the banks or payment processors will typically end up charging high fees and take days to process the payments completely. And I think for whatever you are going to draw on one side saying it's centralized, it's stupid, yada, 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 you always have that Ripple / XRP or with XRP is fixing this problem. But then comes the question of at what cost, right? And that's again where the biggest dilemma comes up in crypto, in my opinion. And that is, how centralized should a project be? I don't want to show you guys the title too much, but it basically says coin uses BSC, will Binance become the next Ripple? And this article caught me off guard. I'm like, what? How? The next Ripple? Because yes, guys, what people often call XRP to be is a centralized piece of garbage. Not my opinion, but it's what a lot of people say out there. And now, because Binance Coin had some issue, a lot of people are coming out saying, it looks like Ripple. But let's quickly go through this a little bit. What is going on? Because this is some heavy stuff we're seeing right here. This is not good. What's going on? Binance as a company is a cryptocurrency exchange that launched in 2017. They later introduced their own crypto, Binance Coin, which is mainly to be used on the platform to pay fees and trade on the Binance exchange. Their coin used at the beginning of Ethereum's ERC20 blockchain, but later switched to their own native blockchain, the Binance Smart Chain. So what we're talking about in this sense here is BNB, Binance Coin, right? Their own native coin, which used to be an ERC20, and now they changed over. However, you might be wondering, and I am kind of too, what is the main purpose of BNB? Well, CZ explained that for a little second when he was kind of ranting as to what is bad about Ethereum. And he actually said that Ethereum was its own killer, saying, all right, last thread on Ethereum and its killers for today. Vitalik once said, and there is a video of it somewhere, Ethereum killer is Ethereum. I believe he is correct, ironically. Ethereum is overwhelmingly successful, but its success, not other coins, may also be its own killer. Perhaps social media is the best example. Friendster, MySpace was hugely popular, but couldn't handle the load, and it couldn't keep up with the user demand / growth. It's gone. Many other examples if you are old enough to remember the early days of the internet. Ethereum created the smart contract market, which led to ICOs, DeFi, NFTs, etc. Demand is growing exponentially. Performance of Ethereum 2.0 is still years away. Rollup aren't user-friendly. Jury is still out. This is the Ethereum killer, basically explaining why it's so slow and so bad in that degree. Most new projects, that's pretty much all the projects in crypto, face this threat. Even Binance's exchange is facing growth issues too. If we don't scale our systems fast enough, we could also go extinct real quick. BSC, which is the Binance Smart Chain, is not a Ethereum killer. It is built with learnings from Ethereum and tries to help solve one key issue, high fees. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I had pressed the X button for doubt. That is where I started to wonder exactly what this person meant when making it, I should say, and where I kind of doubted everything. And hear me out, all right? So this person says, which is CZ, the CEO of Binance, he says that Binance Smart Chain, and actually the whole ordeal was mostly made to be Ethereum, but then with some lower fees. But it wasn't really that creative or anything like that. What is happening now, though, to kind of put the story together, Binance is a company, yada, 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 right? Their coin used at the beginning of Ethereum's ERC20 blockchain, but later switched their own native blockchains, Binance Smart Chain. Recently, word surfaced about a project that's built on racism called this. This racist coin has, black people as their mascot. Twitter was filled with angry people demanding the immediate removal of the project and report their social media channels. They currently claim to have a market cap of about 14,690. As you can see here, that's the market cap, with a total logged value for API earning of $45,000. And then the question pops up: should Binance interfere? And that's why I wanted to live stream right now. What do you guys think? Because there is something right now built on your platform, and the question is, should you interfere? Should you be considered a little bit more centralized for the good of something, right? And that's how I want to kind of take that back to XRP, as you might be wondering. The reason I decided to make that link here or throw it up is because with XRP, I think a little bit of those centralization issues can be accepted because they're really fixing a big problem in the real world, which we are seeing right now, which a huge amount of millions of people are struggling with every single day. Take a look at the real core of what Ripple is building through XRP. If you start to take a look at that, the main reason why cross-border transactions are slow is that they use to practice associated with Nostro Vostro. They can fix that entire problem. With BNB, all they're doing is being in Ethereum a little bit better, a little bit faster. But even then, a lot of what is built on Ethereum is not really necessary in the real world. It's just a good step into a decentralized nature or world, for that matter. But it's nothing really that new. So then again comes the question, Ethereum is just a decentralized something, but I guess Binance Smart Chain is too, right? That's the whole idea of it. Should they make it more centralized now, which kind of defeats the whole purpose then, to fix issues like this, which a lot of people hadn't thought about? In order to correctly assess if Binance should interfere, we need to throw the same old concept again, decentralization. If Binance would interfere and stop this project, Binance would be seen as a centralized company interfering in its decentralized blockchain. Most cryptocurrency enthusiasts support blockchain's real-life applications. Let's take two potential solutions ahead. Binance interferes, blocks the project, but becomes tainted with centralization. And Binance doesn't interfere and in turn becomes known as the holder of dark cryptos, pretty much like the dark web, which is illegal and in turn brings more problems with countries across the world. What do you guys think? I'm going to get back to this in just a second. I saw a donation from Elijah come in. $5. Thank you, man. What up, Dusty? Thank you for all your content. Do you think there's a relationship between stocks crashing and crypto crashing? 100%. We've seen that every single time upon time again. If the stocks go bad, which in this case here is because of the huge US bond yields, at least that's my opinion on these matters, crypto crashes too. And a second part could have been Elon Musk's recent comments saying crypto's too high. Which in turn is a positive thing though, because him saying that, it just means for the short-term prices will most likely go down and longer-term prices skyrocket. Same thing with Tesla. Not a certainty though. But let me just quickly put down in the comment box right now. I'm not seeing too many answers. What do you guys think about this? Should Binance interfere with all of this and take it down, or should they let it be because it's decentralized? Let me quickly see what you guys are saying. So emotional, these guys don't invest what you can afford to lose. Low while noobs, please do. Okay, you're all saying do your own research. But what do you guys think about the situation here? Sama, explain. I'm not seeing anybody. Let it be. Phantom Beat says let it be. Now, okay, so I'll just, I guess, continue that with my story. Because you guys, I thought I should live stream because you guys wanted to bring in some answers. We could have a good discussion. But, okay, I'm seeing most people say do not interfere, I guess. So my thoughts is Binance and Ripple similarities. Ripple was always a controversial company. In my opinion, right, this link shouldn't have been the case. People shouldn't really link BNB or Binance, whatever, and Ripple because the problems are not at all the same thing. And I'm seeing now in the comment section here, you can see the people are already divided. Let it be, don't interfere. But others are saying, well, yeah, I mean, you have to interfere because it's Binance, right? And you have to interfere because, well, you don't want it to get banned. You don't want it to have a negative light. But it's a really, really difficult one. Should leave it alone, yes, because it won't get too much money, so it won't get too popular. But think about it from this perspective. What if all of a sudden a lot of people band together with some money and they start to promote the crap out of it, like literally everywhere? What then? Should they ban it? Should they do something against it? Well, from the decentralized perspective, no. From a community perspective and I guess an ethical perspective, yes, right? And that's again why I think it's so difficult, because the more that crypto grows, the more people will notice that this stuff with one small little issue can really take over. As well, with a website, for example, I'm seeing people say Bitcoin dump. We'll take a look at it in a second. With a website, for example, if there's a really bad website or a really bad account on a Twitter or something like that, it can always be taken down. That's one thing. But also, I mean, if you don't really give it too much attention, nobody would just look it up anymore. With crypto, if, for example, a crypto with a really bad name or something like that is in the top of the top, the only thing that can happen is that these providers like Live CoinWatch that are centralized in that sense decide to not list it. Otherwise, people will always see it come back and come back. But let's see, because these guys said there are Binance and Ripple similarities. Let's cover that. Ripple was always a controversial company in the crypto sphere. So you can already see the narrative that this person is trying to create here, but it's true to some degree. They have a centralized company with a board of directors and a decentralized blockchain. Many investors flee centralization. For them, it goes directly against the core value of cryptocurrencies, On the other hand, believers in Ripple think that the balance between both is a better alternative, which is basically what we saw before, right? We saw the banker coin people saying, yeah, XRP is a banker's coin because that's literally the coin that's going to get the most amount of adoption. If you want to create something revolutionary, don't change the system, but work around the system in a very smart way. Integrate in the system as strangely as possible. So with a Bitcoin, it's going to be very difficult to really be accepted by the traditional finance or the bankers or whatnot because it is literally going against their core value. And even though I think the banking system will not survive for too long, the way we know it right now, it is still a very big shift. With XRP, they're kind of using the already in their system and kind of changing it up, right? You guys see what I'm trying to say? It's such a better idea, in my opinion. You guys saying Bitcoin dumping hard? I guess take a little bit of a look here. Let's quickly take a look at Bitcoin for right now. Well, it's actually not that bad, honestly. Maybe it's on a 15-minute or something like that. It's bad. No, it's not. It's not that bad, honestly. It's not even that crazy. If you think this is bad, ooh, yeah, you're in for something, my guy. It's not that bad. It's definitely not that bad. But I guess because we broke it for the first time in a couple of weeks now, that people are sad about it. Yeah, but it already happened last night, though. Yeah. We'll talk about the price, though, in just a second. Let me quickly continue with the story here. Where we are here. Binance's critiques might want the company to step in and block a racist project, but this would go against cryptocurrencies as a whole. This is not the first controversy for Binance, as they are currently in the midst of a heated critique regarding manipulation in transaction volumes. All questions that you can really ask yourself whether or not BNB is actually a good coin. Mostly because, well, what is it really doing, right? It is mostly just an Ethereum competitor while they're not trying to be one. At least that's the way that CZ likes to put it, right? If you read anything from CZ, you'll see, Binance Chain is not an Ethereum killer yet. All of this is putting a narrative on Ethereum being bad. Same thing for Cardano, same thing for Polkadot. That's what they all do. But I guess Cardano is taking the most active approach, saying they're going to beat Ethereum. With Binance Coin, though, I really feel as though it's like a shallow approach to it. Like, we're not really going to, compete with Ethereum, but hey, here, let me throw some shots at it. It's valid, yeah, but still, come out for it then. Say, hey, Binance Chain is basically a better Ethereum point. Why are they making it so subtle? Like, in the background, damn. I don't get why they do it that way. It's like a little bit, I don't know the word for it in English, never mind. Pretentive, whatever. So, what's the solution? It's quite simple. Stop making stupid people famous. Cryptocurrency projects kick off and get media attention when it's given to them. Supply and demand is the main driver for crypto. Stopping the demand for such a coin will end them. The people behind this project will probably stop the madness when there's no attention given to them anymore. Heck, it might even be the only reason why they started this project in the first place, which I think is not completely true. You should understand, do you know why there's a minimum on XRP addresses? Why you have to deposit at least 20 XRP to get an address? The reason that is the case is because otherwise there would have been too much spam. We don't necessarily know why, but there's so many bad actors out there who just want to see crypto fail, who just want to see some specific cryptos fail, or who just want to hurt others. It's just there. Pretentious is the word. Thank you, Barcode G. Pretentious. Now, you know what I've also noticed recently, that is, there's so many people on Twitter right now, and they're all saying, oh, XRP is the only one solution. ADA is stupid. Pick another coin. That one is dumb too. And I will always tell these guys that isn't the way we should go about things. If you're bullish on crypto, don't go about it that way. Please. Because in my opinion, I think there's a lot of crypto which are going to win. And really going only for one, or really saying that only one is the ultimate thing, I think is just holding yourself back from reaching something, right? But let's move on. Asking Binance to intervene in bad projects is like asking Bitcoin miners not to transact money laundering activities. It's impossible. Intervention in decentralized projects shouldn't be an option. Maybe we'll witness decentralized projects that offer such centralized intervention in the future. But the answer to this is, well, they should not interfere at all. And the reason I can say that so confidently is because what they would be doing is basically challenging scammers and challenging these bad actors to I don't want to say a gunfight, basically. I'm trying to not say that too much on the YouTube, But it's basically challenge them, like straight up, like, yo, what's up? You trying to make something that's bad in our opinion? Boom, it's gone. And that again would leave so many people wondering exactly what decentralization means. It would definitely not be good. And the thing is, I personally think if people really came together and they started to go ham and build so many bad projects like free, I'm not gonna call out any names for bad project ideas, I guess, but you can think of a couple already. Oh my days, would it work in the sense that they would stay up forever? The only question is how are you gonna get people to use them, right? And I'm not trying to say that you should do this. I'm just saying there are a couple of ways in which this can happen, but as a project, as Binance Chain or Binance Coin, or even us as a community, we should just let it happen, take a freaking hike, walk, or whatever, and just not give it attention. So me talking about it here is purely to prove a point. It's not actually because I think it's smart to talk about it. It's purely to get you guys' opinion on this too, and kind of notify you guys about the dubio, right? It's a huge dilemma. If you're not going to let it be, and somebody does ever get the freaking, firecracker in his head, he's like, yeah, you know what, I want to promote this. They put a couple $1 million into it and promote the crap out of it. It could really, really, really ruin your appeal for the more, the bigger investors, basically. If your project is associated with something really bad and you don't take it off because, well, we all know you cannot or you do not want to, yeah, it can definitely get a lot of people out there that will not like it anymore. Rothboss29 has also donated $5. He says, thanks for the content, bro. Do you think XRP will drop more? I secured some more at 42 cents XRP gang. I think it's a very difficult one. I'm actually really indeterminate as of this point for XRP price. Mostly on the... can you guys actually see my screen properly? I actually didn't check the live stream settings. Maybe you're like seeing only something completely else. I'm not sure actually. Let me know if you guys can see my screen even. I didn't even take a look. I could go open up the live stream on my phone to go check. Maybe that's smart. I'm a stupid ass. Damn. Let me know. Can you guys see my screen properly? Let me see. Dusty BC. I'll just type in the stream and quickly check for myself. Well, we got 400 viewers. That is crazy, guys. You guys are amazing. And we got one dislike. We got hey! I'm the 100th like. I like my own video. Yes, I do that sometimes. All right, you see the chart? You see it? All right, that's good. Okay, I thought for a second that I was actually recording a different screen or was doing something dumb. That happens sometimes, That happens sometimes. It's happened a couple of times before. But, yeah, let's not talk about that. All right, so in terms of XRP price, because a lot of people have been asking me, I've actually bought a couple of times already here throughout the bigger picture. But for right now, actually, my orders are all right above the 0.236 Fibonacci level, right? I told you guys before, XRP chart was looking perfect. Let's actually zoom into it. It was looking perfect a couple of days ago with perfect bounces, perfect everything. And for right now, though, the only logical explanation is we're going to retest the bottom side at about 36 cents or so. Of course, depending on what Bitcoin is going to do. But since Bitcoin is doing almost the exact same thing as XRP is, as you can see right now, we basically had a pretty interesting level right now. We're trading just below that. We tested the top side of it and again are trading below it, which is basically that we're acting it as a new most likely resistance. Not as strong though, as you can clearly see, but the downtrend has formed over the last couple of days. I'm not sure exactly where for XRP it began. I would say February 13th, 14th. For Bitcoin, about February 21st is when this quote-unquote downtrend began, or basically lower highs, which might continue on for a little while. And the question, of course, is going to be, how long will this be sustained, and at what point will we rebound? That's something I'm not too sure of. There's a couple of ways in which you can measure this with TA, but this is, again, a 15-minute chart, so that's not the best thing to look at this for. On a couple-day chart for Bitcoin, I'm actually not sure exactly what we drew in here last time. So this was, again, what we did the last live stream, which was most likely already a little while ago. Let me quickly see what the situation is looking like. I guess we would have to draw another Fibonacci for the most recent move here to actually get our retracement levels, which I might use. I'm not trading Bitcoin as of this point, though. Right now, I'm not doing that, so I haven't analyzed anything regarding it. It's also, guys, I'm still always struggling with this ethical point, which is, does news even matter? Because the bigger picture is determined, some people say. For example, so by the way, I don't think the bull run is over, if you guys are thinking that. So anybody saying, no, Dustin, no, don't get the picture wrong. I'm extremely bullish on crypto. I'm just talking about a short-term, potentially, reversal, which is basically, in other words, a freaking discount to buy some more coins. And why are you guys going crazy in the chat against each other? You're all calling XRP stupid, others are like defending it like crazy. Just let people be, man. If people are calling it dumb, you should just accept it that way. And if you think BNB is a godlike coin, I think you should also reconsider for a little second. But again, I'm not trying to intervene here. You do you. I'm just saying, BNB, if that's your favorite one, you might have to reconsider for a little second, all right? Because that coin is definitely interesting, but it's only interesting because it's Binance. If it were any other party who made that, it was one of the most stupid projects out there. It's really pretty dumb. It doesn't have anything really unique. It doesn't really have anything smart, even though smart chain is in the name. But all right. So the XRP chart here, what I'm waiting for, me, all right? This is me. This is not financial advice. It's just me as a random guy on the internet. Is a bounce towards the 0.236 here, and hopefully an entry of XRP at about 37 or so cents. I'm just thinking that's going to happen mostly because, well, we tried this level to hold it, didn't do so. You literally see it happen here. We tried, it didn't happen. You can draw a couple of zones, not even necessary here to understand the bigger picture. We might have some very small support right here. I don't think so, though. This is the biggest level we should watch out for. We've proven that time upon time again. 37 cents, very, very fair point. Watch it closely. If we go below that, then we might have to reconsider a couple of things. As long as we stay above there, though, and bounce once more or anything like that, it's all good. Or even if we kind of correct from here, it's all good as well, depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes on lower, it is not strange that all these other ones will move down lower either. It is not strange. It is the way that it usually happens. And again, if you also take into consideration stocks right now, you can type in S&P 500, for example, or SPY, SPX, put in something. It's right now minus 0.5%. And over the 6 months, the huge downfall since February 24th, which in my opinion once more was because of US bond yields. So that is, again, let me quickly see, right? February 24th. When did Bitcoin start to go down pretty heavily? The 21st. That was when stocks were... Okay, stocks had a... Let me quickly see 1 month here. So I can also show you guys here on the side, hopefully. There we go. Stocks had a pretty huge plummet, I guess, from... What are we going to call it, right? What are we going to call this? The 12th on forward, I guess, it started to plummet. And Bitcoin started to plummet from literally the 21st. That's actually pretty late if you compare it to the S&P's story, which is right between these ones. That's when the S&P started. That is interesting. Did we see a rebound for Bitcoin? We did see one on about the 23rd to 24th. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but it definitely does look quite similar from whatever way you want to see this, right? That it has something to do with each other. I'm not sure what the website is to see the correlation anymore, but I think the correlation is ridiculously high at this point. At least that's the way it's looking like. And by the way, guys, okay, so put in the box right now. Do you think XRP is good or bad? I'm seeing a lot of discussions right now going through. Just answer the question as simple as that. Do you think XRP is good or bad of a coin, right, in the crypto space? Gemini says, if XRP goes through and ADA drops for any reason, all the money will go right back into XRP. It's also a fun thing that people are doing right now. People are going crazy over Cardano, and they're going really, really heavily with the idea that it's really the most magical coin or something like that. But a little bit later, I'm posting a video explaining why I should be extremely careful about Cardano right now, mostly, logically speaking, because their fork is happening tomorrow. Right, so there's a good chance that this was the biggest hype we've seen, that right now the downfall is going to be coming. And I actually already recorded that video, but I'm going to publish it at about, let me see, 9:07 my time. So in about 5 hours from now, 4 hours or so from now, I'm going to post that video, which is talking about why Cardano could correct a little bit from right now. I'm never really negative on these cryptos, guys, you know, but we can bounce. Live with Cam, that's an interesting name, says, hey Dusty, what about Ethereum? I kind of wonder what you do for a living if your name is Life with Cam. But Ethereum, in my opinion, a pretty good coin, or pretty good project, I should say, mostly on the idea that there's so much going on them right now. They're trying to upgrade with Ethereum 2.0, but they're extremely slow. Yet, you should consider Cardano, Binance Coin, and Polkadot are all trying to steal Ethereum's glory. Why are they not doing it properly? Well, in my opinion, that's because Ethereum is so extremely popular right now and has so much going for them that they just can't. And by the way, we are bleeding like crazy. Look at the huge downfalls over the hourly here. It is crazy. But so if you're talking a little bit of a medium term, I would say, medium term. Yeah, let's put it like that. Ethereum is still a solid coin. Thousands of dollars are all possible. Mostly on the idea that they're so extremely busy. The only problem, of course, is the bottlenecking. Ethereum's fees are so stupid, really ridiculous, that, yeah, it doesn't have the longevity. But the same thing is for Bitcoin, right? You can always say that. You can always say that Bitcoin, oh, whoa, guys, we're bleeding like crazy. Let's go to the little bit of a lower time chart. Let's go to a 15-minute here. Let's watch this happen. What is going on? It's bleeding like crazy. You guys said it, but I didn't believe you. But okay, over the day here, it's actually going really hard now, huh? So let's see, just for fun, how much we've dipped. Oh, that's sometimes, this is madness. Are you understanding as well how much you can actually make to swing? And look at the level here, which is just going around and around. If you just literally, made a trade every time we hit that level, would have been so profitable. If only I had noticed, I guess, huh? No, this type of stuff is extremely scary to do, by the way. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But what I usually say is if we actually go past any one of these levels, which you consider to be important, support or resistance, you might actually be able to trade them every time we go, quote unquote, below, right? In this case here, what I would kind of look at, this is not a verified thing, is right, we made a little bit of a channel to the upside around this very much important resistance or support. And so the first time that we broke it, if it's basically a move with severity, I would decide to short, which in this case would have most likely been around, I would say a 7% profit, but in this case, since it's around a level which is not that certain, I might go for 3.5% profit. If it's going to be a short, it would look most likely, let's see, if I go for 3.5% profit, it would be right around here with a very tight stop loss. Let me see exactly where I purchase. Right around there, stop loss would be very freaking tight, which is right at around a risk to reward ratio of about 2. Which would look like this. I guess this might have not worked for most people, but this is exactly the trade I would have done then if I had been here watching it, right? But I was recording videos with my stupid ass, and that's most likely what would have happened. Would have been a profitable trade right now, right? So, another thing I should say, by the way, is I have 2 stashes. One is XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, pick your freaking coins in a basket. And I've talked about this for freaking years. Man, don't forget, I've been talking about crypto every single day from 2017, before the bull run. I think I started doing this every single day, July 2017 or something like that. So it was before the biggest gains or something like that. And I always told people, man, you should have 2 stashes, one to just hold for the longer term and one to trade with. Because what I'm talking about here, please understand, all right, this is not the holding stash I'm playing around with. I would never sell my coins with full-on confidence to buy them back cheaper, because I just can't. Look at the move right now. You could literally sell it right now, buy back cheaper with a freaking 4% premium in like a couple of hours. But do you dare? Do you have the bullocks for that? Do you have the mental capacity to go for something like that? Well, I personally don't. I do not want to mess around with my stash of coins. I only mess around with the euros or dollars that I have. And by the way, thank you, Kick, for the $2 in the on-set chair. That's pretty cool. I like that. I guess that. Hey, and also we got a thumbs up. Thank you, Kig. Haven't seen you in a little while, huh? Be gone for a little while. Not as active anymore, but I still remember you like crazy. So yeah, it's always extremely profitable to go for these types of moves, but it's so ridiculously hard. And I'm never going to encourage people to try it unless you really, really want to hurt yourself in the process. Because in hindsight, you could also say, Dusty, you could have gone for like a 5% or so gain, even a 7.5 maybe. I think my 7.5, which is my usual ratio, would have worked here too. Yes, it would have worked perfectly, but then I could have also had a risk to reward of 2, which would have been a stop loss right here. This would have been a safer trade, theoretically speaking. However, I would have actually, if we're honestly speaking, liked to have my stop loss above this point, which basically meant I would have to trade it all the way like this, for example, with a risk to reward ratio of about 2, which would put it right down here. And this could work too, by the way. This wouldn't actually be too bad of a short for XRP. And you guys might be saying, Dusty, you shorting XRP? You going crazy about it? Guys, don't get me wrong, all right? It is always about making money for yourself. The coin itself will survive anyway. You, as a small little fish, you ain't going to do nothing to this price. So if you can make some money along this road to possibly buy yourself more coins, make it better for your family, I don't care what exactly you do, it is always going to be worth it. Never feel guilty for shorting a project because you think it's going to be profitable. Unless I'm speaking to a billionaire right now, then I guess, yeah, don't listen to what I'm saying right now. Otherwise, don't feel guilty for taking profits, all right? Please. Or making profit by shorting some project. It is always with your own intentions and nobody can make it out. In the end of things, you saw with the big pump and dump, which happened February 1st with XRP, that a lot of people act out of self-interest. I'm going to say 99.99999. Basically, everybody acts in self-interest. Only us in the live stream were doing it dumb enough to just try buy at 830 exactly, even though we almost promised already that the price was going to dump. I'm seeing Maddie Stratford say, I'm drinking Budweiser in my backyard, enjoying the market bleeding. You know, I can honestly, right now, be happy. Well, I'm not going to say I would drink a beer right now. I'm going to say I could be happy watching the markets bleed. You know why that's the case, guys? Because I like buying coins at a freaking discount. Remember when, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago even, people were going crazy saying, I wish I could have bought Bitcoin below. I wish I could have bought it there. I wish I could have bought yada, yada, yada. You got the chance, don't you? And now you're scared like a chickadee cat. You're like, oh, scaredy cat. Well, it's chickadee cat. Like a scaredy cat, like, oh, no, the price is going down, the bull run is over. This happens every freaking time, guys. Every freaking time people act like this. They're like, oh, yeah, but no, now the bull run is over. I don't want to buy. If you're not buying right now, then what are you doing? And thank you, Kick, by the way, for the $10 with a fan number 1. Thank you a lot, bro. So, yeah, it's again, people always calling out the same type of situation. Like, oh, all of a sudden they're scared. Let's move on, though. Ethereum maximalism turns ugly with insensitive attack on the Binance Smart Chain. Ethereum maxis come under fire for promoting a Tiananmen, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. You see the word. Massacre-themed token issued on the Binance Smart Chain. Ethereum maxis are actively trying to force Binance Smart Chain into censoring its users by deploying highly... You guys saw this article, what I just showed you, right? It's actually done by Ethereum maximalists, which really comes back to the issue at hand, which I started off with, which is basically that there are a lot of toxic people out there who are trying to make really one crypto sound a lot better than the other, and I don't really fully understand why. I just kind of notice that it's a trend right now. For example, XRP and ADA. You know how many people I saw in the XP community that shizzle, no, shit, I can basically say it like that, shit on ADA? You know how many? And you know how many people in ADA right now are really shitting on the XP community? It is crazy. Yet they're so different, so distinctly different. I don't care. I don't really understand why you couldn't have both, basically. When people are scared, be greedy. When people are greedy, be scared. Definitely Tactical Apex, you're right. But also buy when there's blood in the streets. People will always be calling out that a dip like this is because the bull run is over. No, these are the times in which you should buy if you are not really too far into crypto just quite yet. And if you aren't exposed to the degree you want to, these are the points. Again, it might in hindsight be too high of a point to buy, but it's at least not all-time high. You've at least bought cheaper. And the fun fact is almost all of these coins, except I guess for XRP, if you bought at the all-time high or near it, you would have still been in profit right now. So who cares? It's always a temporary loss if you don't sell. And also, guys, I think that's always, in my opinion, because we have the Great Reset in mind, or maybe I shouldn't say the Great Reset, but a reset, a financial reset, or XRP's core mission. And I know I'm always drawing it back to XRP, but that's mostly because it's my most bullish crypto as of this point. I hold a lot of crypto with my diamond motherfrickin' hands, but XRP is definitely one of my most favorite ones, even though I actually have more money in Bitcoin as of this point than XRP. Was it the smartest decision? I'm not sure, but that's again, you got to think about your risk and how you want to spread that. Don't think that you should only do something because others tell you to. And also, by the way, Litecoin. I always tell you guys that I think every coin has some good inside of it, right? I'm going to say that that's true, except for Litecoin. The only thing it has is it's a little bit better than Bitcoin is, but it's really dumb. There's really nothing corely good from Litecoin. It's basically Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is copied from Litecoin, but then no memes, no nothing. Why do people really go for Litecoin? I have no idea. I just have a couple from years ago. But that's basically it. I would never buy Litecoin only because of the gain over the short term. And that again comes up to another fun fact, right? People buy these cryptos because they think of the short-term gain, not because of the real utility. A very big problem in crypto still, yes. But is it really getting better? Debatable. Is crypto right now valued on the fundamentals or on the hype? I'm going to still say it is mostly hype. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's hype or that people know the fundamentals of it? I would say 95% hype still. Because otherwise, XRP should have been way higher. And ADA, theoretically speaking, should have been way lower. I'm not saying that the valuations are bad right now, but I'm saying that's the way it is. And by the way, guys, what do you also think about the $500 giveaway once we reach 80,000 subs? What do you guys think about that? By the way, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do that right now. Make sure you do it. It's definitely going to be worth it. And, I mean, pressing the like button helps with the YouTube algorithm. That is basically that. I don't know what else it does. I think it just helps the video perform a little bit better. For the rest, I mean, you don't have to press the like button if you don't want to. XRP hype is a scam. I'm not going to say XRP is a scam. Definitely not. I'm also talking about coins like Litecoin. Yeah. Is it really a good coin for the fundamentals? No, I don't personally think so. I think it's mostly a good coin because people make it like that. People hype it up. Coinbase share price keeps rising ahead of public offering. Also, guys, again, Coinbase's stock is definitely one of the most scariest ones to go for. It is ridiculously high right now, but it's only because of Bitcoin's movement. If Bitcoin decides to stop, this is going to be a very bad stock to buy. It's going to be a very, very bad stock to have. And I cannot encourage anybody to try even this out unless you really have, again, diamond mid the freaking hands with your stocks too. Are they going to be providing dividends and stuff like that? I'm not sure. Maybe they will. It might also be a good stock to hold for the long term as crypto will only keep going up. But as Coinbase goes through with this, yeah, it will definitely get a ridiculous share price. However, again, it's not out, by the way. However, if Bitcoin decides to switch up, or this was the highest we've ever seen, oh my days, will you see a sudden drop in Coinbase. And it will not be healthy. It will definitely be unhealthy. And you will maybe, if you're drinking, spit everything out. All the milk on your freaking, I don't know, your shorts or something like that. It will be crazy. Then Vice President of Nigeria tips cryptocurrency to challenge traditional banking. This one comes in connection to the next one, which is JP Morgan says investors can put 1% of their portfolios in Bitcoin despite calling it a poor hedge. These two things come together. How? Well, the fun fact, in my opinion, is how all the crypto talks recently have started to revolve around the acceptance in the traditional system. And I think a lot of people are underestimating how heavy it is that a bank like JP Morgan just told their investors that they could put 1% of their money in Bitcoin. Is that not really actually crazy? Is it not really crazy that's actually a thing a bank has done? I think it is pretty crazy. People don't like to see it that way, but I personally think it's ridiculously crazy that they did that. And it's something we should really cherish. That a bank has just publicly said, like, yeah, you can put 1% in. It's not stupid. It's good. It's really odd to me that has happened that way. And also, I also sometimes wonder how it works with the like button on YouTube. There's 600 people watching right now, which is, by the way, amazing. So thank you guys all for joining. And it's really, really cozy in here to see you guys all coming in. There's, by the way, a Dutch word for kind of cozy. If you're Dutch, it's gezellig, which you just don't have a perfect word for in English. And it sucks because no English person will ever understand exactly what you mean. If you try to use cozy or nice, it just never really gets the perfect word. It's too bad. But you guys know, right? Yeah, gezellig. If you're Dutch, you know. You'll know what I'm talking about. That word, people will never understand. It's too bad. But I always wonder with YouTube why, if there's 600 people watching, and right now it says here in my stream thing that 6,000 people in total have pressed the stream. Why only then, for example, I'm going to say only, like it's not a lot of people, but only then 183 people have pressed the like button. I'm just wondering, what's keeping you from pressing that thing? Like, if it helps the video perform better, then you don't have to do it once more. I'm just wondering. I don't understand. But yeah, the JP Morgan thing, I just think is really unique. And the Vice President of Nigeria tips cryptocurrencies to challenge traditional banking. It's also kind of a progressive approach to it, though. Some people are not understanding that the whole Nigeria situation is actually not really that negative because they are challenging crypto to actually be accepted all the way, or at least for a good part. Following the ban on cryptocurrencies, Nigeria's vice president has predicted a radical shift in the financial system that could see digital assets emerge as frontrunners. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing right now? It's not like they really want to just bash it in all the way. No, they're thinking of the best way to get it through. They know the people really want to have it and you can't go besides it anymore. In Nigeria and other places like that, it will trade at a huge premium against the Naira because if it's banned, well, people want to have it even more. And think about that in the whole global financial system. If XRP, if Bitcoin, if Ethereum, any of those coins, but specifically XRP, was deemed a security or was called out, don't you guys think people just want to have it more to a certain degree because they're like, oh, yeah, it's not allowed? Don't you just understand then that the system is so skewed, so manipulated that people are like, well, let's screw this. Let's go for it like crazy. Also, specifically, if Bitcoin were to be banned, people wouldn't accept that type of stuff, man. People wouldn't accept that type of stuff. No. It would do extremely, extremely properly. And I would personally maybe I would even sell some things, a normal person wouldn't sell. I would do some crazy stuff to buy crypto if it were to be banned. I would go so crazy, I would go bullocks, bananas even. And also, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm not even thinking about selling crypto for a very long time. If you don't see me making videos the next couple of years anymore, you better know we made so much money that, maybe it's going to be good for 15 freaking generations. I'm not sure. Because otherwise, crypto, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to stop talking about it. Because I think this is going to be the future. And I know we have so many gains to go, guys. The amount of gains we have in our near future, in my honest opinion, is immense. It's crazy. Lark Davis names his top 6 altcoins to buy in March. I really sincerely dislike videos and articles like this usually. However, in this case, he wasn't actually too fake with it, as I don't think this was actually sponsored. This was mostly just a honest video on it, I think. The top trader, supposedly, has named his top altcoins that expect big announcements in March, making them the best buys for the next month. The list of Davis includes Kusama, Litecoin, Cardano, Polygon, which is Matic, and other small cap coins. And I always tell people, if there's good announcements, it might be your best or your worst coin to buy. Please don't trust these article writers. Don't trust these influencers when they say, yeah, buy this coin. It's going to be doing amazing. It has so many good things going for them. Smacking myself in the head. You think these guys want to make you rich? No. I don't know what his bigger plan is, but if it has some big thing going for them in March, let's say it's March 1st, there's a good chance that people will sell it on February 28th or something like that. It always happens in the same way. Almost always. Not always, actually. Almost always. So I'm going to quickly hide somebody from the chat here. He is a little bit spammy. I'm going to quickly hide him. It is almost always the same way. Let me see. Give a timeout. I'm going to do that. There we go. Yeah, it's almost always the same way. And I always tell people, man, be cautious of that type of stuff. If there's a coin which is going to go, I muted the Majin Buu. He's going a little bit too crazy. Yeah. You guys see what I'm trying to say? Like, for example, Cardano here, tomorrow could be a very detrimental day, very negative. Could be a very pumpy, yeah. But that will most likely be a sort of, manipulation scheme that's been thought of by some guy. It's not because it really should be doing that. Because a hard fork or anything along those lines, it usually is a negative thing. Why? Well, people will notice then that a hard fork actually doesn't mean anything. They'll notice, okay, we got an upgrade to the network, so how does that make me more money? How does it do anything? Well, it does something over the next couple of months, over the next couple of years. We have more capabilities, yes. But that's the same thing for an upgrade, like in any other system for that matter. It just really doesn't work the same way. Also, by the way, I have sold a couple of cryptos at a loss, but I would generally not do that. I see a couple of people say, never sell crypto at a loss. Well, it depends. If it's a crypto that really is at the wit's end or the end of the end, it might be a good choice to sell it. You might be done with it. But most of the time, if it's a core crypto, like at the top 50, top 100, I definitely wouldn't dare. It's only if it's like a coin that you bought at page, 10, page 70, whatever. You're placing a bet, and all of a sudden it goes down like crazy. You've lost most of your money, but you still have some left. But the project's just dead. Yeah, you might want to take your money out. Sometimes works really, really properly. And I do that sometimes as well. It's not a bad thing. Only with these top cryptos, I never sell them. I just keep them, and I look every month or so to see what the value is looking like, but that's basically it. I don't even check my balance daily, because that stuff be making your head just spin. If you check it every single day, you're going to kind of get a headache, At least that's what I think sometimes, that you're just going to kind of make yourself go bananas. By the way, are you following me over on Twitter already? You should, all right? You should. And also, you can also just really help out by pressing the retweet button on these things. You know that? I think it helps a lot. I'm not sure if it does because I'm not a Twitter type of guy, as I said before. But I think if you press the retweet, it helps me out a ton. So if you're on Twitter, you're like, hey, let me quickly help a brother out. You can do that real quick. It helps. It helps. Let me quickly see what you guys are saying. XRP hits me mentally. Yeah, that's true. XRP will never be BTC. Of course, XRP will never be Bitcoin. That's what are you saying, man? XRP will never be Bitcoin, obviously. Dusty, thoughts on Pundi X or Pundi X? I've actually been kind of positive on that one for a good while, but I kind of saw them disappear from Earth or disappear from the whole community, where I decided to stop supporting them from the bigger picture or from the better part. But I did support them at one point or another, and I actually do have a couple of coins. But I don't really know too much what they're doing, or at least their project seems to be a little bit stalled in that sense. I check my BTC balances every 30 days, so 30 seconds. I check the prices of crypto, I would say, 100 times a day, something like that, maybe 50 times a day, at least. Maybe that's even little. Maybe that's child's play even, maybe. I check it very freaking often. But my own portfolio and how much money I have, no, it's such a hassle. I don't do that too often. And also, it's just keeping your head spinning. I also always encourage people to not know exactly how many coins you have. You can have an indication, yeah. But if you know exactly what you have, ooh, that is not good. Because you can really start to mess yourself up in the head a little bit with that. Talk about passive income with crypto. I do that pretty often, you know that? I talk about passive income with crypto pretty often, even though you guys didn't even know it, most likely. So one of the things I usually support for at least a little bit is things like bitrue. Let me quickly see if I can open it up. So what bitrue has, link is in the description, by the way, is basically they have these lockup things. And the reason I hate them or dislike them is because you have to lock up their own token, which I don't want to have, obviously, but you have to actually be able to do it. But the returns on them can be pretty interesting. And it's pretty nice. That's one. And the second one, which is, I guess, a little bit better, is the one over on Binance. Again, this is mostly if you're from Europe, which, again, leaves me to wonder, where are you guys watching from right now? I asked it in the beginning, but let me know right now, where are you guys watching from? 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 Because on Binance, I'm going to try to pick it up right here. Let me see. Is there a Binance link down below, actually? I have to check. Let me see on my phone here if there is a link to Binance in the live stream. I have a link to... Yeah, I have a link to Binance, okay. So, Binance link to... let me see if I'm logged in. No, I'm not logged in, so it's all good. Binance, you guys know this account, right? There's not too much money on the account, but still, I want to be careful with everything. This is the streamer account, basically, but we're good. So, on here, you also, which I actually do myself, right? You have a section. If you go to Binance, Finance, and then Earn, Binance Earn, this thing, you can actually just stake a couple of things or save them, basically, which is literally free money. Now, I have a little bit of USDT, which I do, because it's 7% API, but usually I just go for these staking options, and it's something which not that many people are talking about or telling you, but it's freaking ridiculously profitable. For example, with ADA, I think I have the 60-day plan, but right now I can only do 30. You just stake it, and you get money on your ADA, for example. If you're an ADA holder, you're not doing this, you're pretty stupid. I'm not sure why you wouldn't. You can also stake anything yourself, basically, which is in this list. You can always go for your own strategy on things, but that is hard. So that's why I usually tell people to just go for the easy route. If you are not too technologically inclined about these things, just do it on fiat Binance and stuff like that. It's just simple. If you're gonna go all the way through and do it yourself, you might lose money in the end because you sent it to the wrong place or something like that. And yeah, Kenzo says I only have 24 ADA. If you have a little bit of ADA, it's definitely not gonna work. You need at least, I think, 5,000 to be able to do it here, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's something which a lot of people can do still, though. I think a lot of people here watching, please don't comment down below how much you have. It's not a smart thing. But I think a lot of people, this might open their eyes from, because some of these also have like an entry boundary of maybe, let's say, $10 or so, or $100, which I think most people have in crypto, $100. Maybe not $7,000, so that's a little bit crazy. But yeah, that's what I sometimes go for. Via Binance, I think is just simple, right? And these things, by the way, I don't go for. Don't go for high risk unless you want to take high risks, obviously. I just stay with the top with the fixed saving and the staking. These two things I do. Sometimes also the BNB vault or the launch pool. I go for those two sometimes as well. Not too often the launch pool though, mostly the BNB vault because it's simple. But yeah, maybe I would have also gone for Dodo if I saw it earlier. Right now I'm a little bit late to the party, but I might be able to get myself some because I do have Lit, which is again free for just putting in some BNB there, but it's also free money. Again, a link is down below. Let me see. Hey, W, you're back. Please check the XRP Discord server mod channel. By the way, guys, are you all in Discord for the XRP one? Are you guys in there already? I'm gonna quickly open it up on the side here, if I can. I'm not sure if I can do that, but go check it out right now. All right, go check it out. A link will be down below. Oh, there's there's a couple of scams going around here. Ooh, I'm just seeing it right now. I'm just kind of quickly getting everything inside my head here. Okay, let me see. Can I show it like this? Yes, we can. I think we can show this. So this is basically what the Discord is looking like right now. This is what it's looking like. It's the XRP official Discord. You can also talk about different crypto in here too, though. But again, you can just talk about a lot of different things, just people in here. And there's right now a couple of scams going around because people are always trying to scam you in the crypto space. So be careful of that. W, who's also in the chat right now, just made an announcement for it. And he also has shared the link. Come join it if you like talking about crypto. You just want to be around to chat with some others. Just come check it out, right? Come check it out. It's going to be worth it. A nice little chat with people, with real people. Because the YouTube chat sometimes stops, right? So just come join Discord. By the way, Tristan, he says, bro, I DM'd you on Discord. I get a lot of DMs on Discord. So I have to check them, but I do them in due time, right? So I check them always, but it might take a week or so before I can go through everything. I already see one guy flowing in. S Reaper is in there. He says, Dusty BNB. All right, come in, guys. Come join. I'll check everything out a little bit later. And also, guys, as I said before, go follow over on Twitter. It's going to be worth it. I see 0 retweets, but that's all fine. We don't need it. People will still join anyway to the live streams. How many people are watching? I think 600 or so, right? 500 or something. It's crazy still. I don't get you guys. You're so amazing. Let me see. XP is live. I only have 200 XRP. Celsius. Keep going red. I will have nothing left. Why so? If the XRP price were to go down, why would you have less coins? Why would you be negative? Or are you talking about fiat? Because whenever these prices go down, all I'm thinking is, man, they're going to take more fiat from me. They're going to make me buy more coins. That's all I'm thinking about, usually. It's not really ever that I'm afraid that I'm going to lose money or something like that. Maybe it's also the shift in mindset, which I've gotten throughout the last couple of weeks or months. It's like, I cannot really lose money anymore by going for crypto. I don't know. Maybe that's a skewed mindset, though. Maybe it's a little bit strange. Dusty, you trying NFTs yet? I have gotten a little bit into the NFT space, but there's just so much BS going around with it. It's so overvalued right now. I find it really difficult. You know, so I'm thinking about going for some. If I see a good opportunity, I will definitely jump on. If you have any recommendations, you can always contact me because I'm interested. But it's a big shit show at this point. You're dreaming of $1 in March. You know, a $1 XRP in March wouldn't even be that crazy. People always like to be negative about this type of stuff, but a dollar or something like that is definitely not that hard. We're getting close to a ×3 though, so it would be pretty amazing. But it's not even that hard. People sometimes like to make it sound like it's so ridiculously difficult. No, it isn't. As I said before as well, one announcement and a couple dollar XRP is just within a freaking, arm's reach away. John Doe says, it was a response to not telling anyone how much you have. I enjoy listening to you, Dusty. I am new to all of this. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for coming around. Really, really nice to see you. And by the way, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel because you can always unsubscribe. And it is actually mostly because, well, I'm doing a big giveaway at 80,000 subscribers and, of course, 90,000 too and 100,000. But I'm thinking of doing $500 and just give it away to a couple of subscribers or make them do something to earn it. I'm not exactly sure what. You guys can give some suggestions, but you have to be subscribed for that to to be eligible for it, all right? So make sure you do that. If you're watching all the time but you're not subscribed, if you aren't, you cannot win. I love your voice. I always find that crazy too. I'm like, how can people like that? And there's always a lot of people in the comment section saying, your voice sucks. I don't know. It's strange. It's strange to be on my side of things, I guess. But yeah. It's really crazy. I bought back in on Tezos. Man, my freaking coin. I have such a list of good coins, man. You guys are sleeping on some of these, man. But yeah, generally, I just tell people the same coins over and over that people should just have in their portfolio, according to me. Right now, though, of course, if I'd go through the YouTube comment section, you know how many people will be extremely angry? Well, mostly because I told them to buy. I never. Wait, what's that? Is that a bot? Sir, what is grid bot trading? Is it profitable? Do the 5, sir. What is I cannot even read that. I guess let's let it be. So, how many people were extremely angry just down below that I talked about XRP, for example, talked about ADA, talked about one of these coins, they bought it and the price went down. I almost did not want to go to the comment section purely because of the pure hatred I'm going to receive in there. It is crazy, guys. Oh my days. But yeah, it's pretty funny in my opinion sometimes too. So what did the iDiamond Pro say? Is that just a bot? Do the 5, sir. What is I think maybe it's just an advertisement bot. Because I have no idea, but I guess if the idea is to look it up, then I'll just leave it be. Unless he talks again, we might understand exactly what he's pointing towards. Otherwise, I have no freaking clue. No idea. Yo, let me see. Kenzo says, I bought more XP for the long run. Yeah, I'm also a long run type of guy. I would definitely not go for a short-term trade unless I would tell you very, very explicitly. I'm a long-term type of guy, though. For right now, all of this is just more buy-in opportunity. Shorting right now has become a little bit scary. I would definitely exit my position, mostly because we've already gone down such a huge percent. You might say, Dusty, we've broken a little bit of a support here. It's all short term. This is a 1 minute chart. Nothing conclusive here to be seen. Over a bigger picture here, things aren't really looking that extremely bad. Maybe we're going to bounce still. I'm still having my orders here to buy XRP at about 37 cents. I know already, though, that it might not actually be... how would I say that? It might actually not work. What is this guy saying? Maybe he's just trying to promote something. I'm not sure. What is does that mean it's like a verified YouTuber or something like that? There's a tick next to his name. I've never seen that in the chat before. I'm not sure what that means. Or maybe I'm not. Oh, he's just, I think, a scammer, right? Yeah, okay, it's a scam guy. It's a channel on how to get free diamonds in something. Free Fire in the game. Maybe it's not a scammer, I don't know. But I'm not going to trust that. Let me be a little bit cautious with that right now. Keep rocking. Brett, shut up. When is this crash incoming? I got in XRP at 28 cents. Yeah, honestly, guys, my XRP average price is so ridiculously well. Georgie says, hey, bro, do you have a mentoring group? I'd like to know more of investing in crypto. I have two things to say on that. One, I'm actually making a crypto basics course, which for most of you guys will be too simple, I think. But it's just for a lot of the people that I personally know that I can just, I guess, refer people to so they can just get into crypto the easy way. They can learn everything from the basics that you need to know. My style, where I explain to the freaking basics. And another thing we're making right now is a little bit of a side group, I guess, where we just share some really extra most important crypto news, which you think is going to be beneficial. So we're making that too. I think I'm going to do it via Patreon, though. I'm not too sure. Maybe make my own website. Not sure. But that's also in the builds, if you were wondering. Let me see. You think XRP with a dip a bit more before going up? I think you mean if I think it's going to dip a little bit more. Guys, don't use this as financial advice. Don't think I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Because if I knew, I wouldn't be here live streaming. I would be here just having everything turned off and become a billionaire in a couple of seconds, right? If you or I really know what's going to happen in the next couple of hours or days, trust me, you would be so extremely rich. Nobody really knows. It is all due to probability. And following the probability, yes, the price should be going lower, right? If you really are talking about what is more likely to happen, the price should be falling lower. However, what is really going to happen here in the medium term, I don't necessarily know if that's actually the case. Wesim says, scroll out, Dusty. There's a diamond shape you can draw on TA. Wesim, you and I have a very, really, really different style of TA that we like to talk about or like to go for. I don't trade like that at all. Stelio says, hey, Dusty, too much pain in the XRP community. We need some hope. Well, you don't really need any hope, I think. If you're down as much and you've lost faith, well, then maybe get out if you really lost faith and buy some other coin that you really like. If you are down, but you're still, happy with everything, it's just a good opportunity to get some cheap freaking coins. What else can I say? Some people in the future will wish they had this chance, and we will never be able to go back. I still think it's all cheap. Stimulus are going to be coming in. I'm going to be talking about that in another video coming out a little bit later today, so stay tuned. There's 2 videos coming up. Put your freaking calendars on there. One is going to be at 9:07, I think, my time. So that's, again, 9 p.m., 7 minutes. And the other one is going to be 12:15. Have your freaking calendars ready, all right? Because they're about to be 2 freaking bangers. Kajo says, Dusty, tell me, should I put my bag on a stablecoin now and wait for the dip? No, I cannot say that, guys. What's going on? What's going on here? I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research and just figure out for yourself if that's a good thing to do. Selling for a stablecoin always has its risks, and I keep telling people that. If you're planning to do that, be sure to accept the consequences with that too, which is that the price will go down for a little bit. You might think, oh, again, let me buy it back cheaper, but I'm going to wait a little bit. You wait too long, and all of a sudden, we see a boom, and you're not part of it. That can definitely happen. It has happened to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people before. You're not going to be the only one. You're not going to be the first one, but you might be hurt severely by it, so be careful with that type of stuff. And, it's also funny because I've told this to, so many people before, but they never seem to listen. They always keep asking me. And I've told everybody before at least, maybe let's say 10 times. Phantom says, I have faith they'll do what makes the most money. I think so. Mike says, with centralized banks releasing crypto coins, do you think this will hurt the space overall? Mike, there's a very big, there's a little bit of a scary thing you're saying right there. No bank is issuing a crypto coin. You're possibly referring to a central bank digital currency, aka a digital currency / digital asset. So a digital currency is a specific type of digital asset. A cryptocurrency is a completely different thing. Digital assets and cryptocurrencies, the one is the other, but the other isn't really the other. You guys see what I'm trying to say here? A cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency / digital asset, but a cryptocurrency, or I should say it the other way, a digital asset is basically anything online, or anything that's based upon freaking bits and things like that. A digital currency is that, but then specifically something you can pay with, right? For example, a digital asset could have been literally an asset. Think about it like that. And the currency is a little bit more specific. But a cryptocurrency is one that then relies on a specific algorithm, which is a little bit deeper into it. Oh, my days. I need some water too, man. I've been talking for a freaking hour here like crazy, like a madman. But I didn't bring it. My bad. I have like one freaking sip, one drip. That's not gonna do my thirst any good. But so what do I think about those central bank digital currencies? Well, I think they legitimize the space. Definitely so. I actually do think that it's a good thing that they're coming in. However, I also do think that it has some negative sides to it, which is, for example, that since those are legal tender and crypto is not, there's a bigger chance that they might say no to proper crypto regulations because they have the CBDCs. But that also depends on your view of who made Bitcoin, though. And Phil asks, does you get on my waiting list for your XRP debit card? On your waiting list? I'm personally not going for any XRP debit card like that. First of all, because I'm not in the USA, so you can't even get it. And second of all, because I think the idea is just dumb. I think they're doing it purely to make money. I don't think that's for the community or anything like that. So I don't like to support that type of stuff too often. What do you say to people who say XRP is just a money-raising scam for Ripple? I would say nothing. I would just ignore them and go on with my life. Because, it's always a difficult one. I always like to kind of, I know it's not the best comparison, but I like to compare it with religion. If somebody's just really, really severely convinced of the opposite, what do? You're going to try to convince them? You could, but it's basically talking to a brick wall. If somebody's really hating XRP, or somebody really hates Bitcoin, or somebody really hates crypto, you almost will never have success to try and convince them. It might literally be better to talk to a brick wall, because at least the brick wall will listen to you. All right? And I've tried this so many times before. And over the years, you just start to know it's definitely not worth your time. If somebody hates it, just let them be. Let them figure it out for themselves. They'll be fine. They'll have some other coin. And in this case here, maybe that guy was even more profitable than you were. Could be. Boo Boo says, hello. Do you know when you purchase things with XRP, where does that XRP go? For example, if I use a MasterCard debit card, where does the XRP go? Does it go to MasterCard? I should actually, I'm not going to explain the full story with that, but it really depends on what card you're using and what operator they are using, basically. So some of these cards basically have it where there's a instant transaction from your XRP to US dollars when you pay, and some of these cards actually have a direct connection with XRP. So it could be that you have right now XRP and the store accepts XRP through the card. Some have that. Most of them, though, they transfer the XRP. And you might ask yourself, who accepts it? Doesn't really matter, right? Because it could have been MasterCard. It could have been the party at the other end. It doesn't matter because it will always come back to the same thing. Because the receiving party will always transfer to US dollars anyway throughout this transaction. So in the end of things, it doesn't really matter who's going to get it. But I guess I get the question a little bit. But I think it's going to depend on the card and exactly what, not algorithm, but what system they're using for things. Zane says, bro, that's fake. It was photoshopped. I'm not exactly sure which thing you are referring to. How did Kim get famous? Because, Bread Garlic House says they don't need to adopt XRP. The only thing they need to use the ledger for transactions. Due to volume, the price will spike daily to high prices during use, but they will not hold XRP due to sovereignty. Yeah, I'm going to say that's not fully the case. If it's only volumes, you will definitely not see that many people or the price increase that much. I don't necessarily see why it should. I think, in my opinion, is mostly on the idea that, well, some people might be using it for a backing. There might be some flair based upon XRP and a lot of things based upon XRP, which will all be built on top. So you're going to see, use case from that perspective. And a lot of speculators also, or again, getting rid of the Nostrovasser system where they want to hold XRP. But only volumes would not be that good, because why would people then hold it if there's a lot of volume? If there's only a lot of volume, you might say it's a little bit more stable or a little bit more volatile. It just depends on what type of volume we have. But no, it's not necessarily the thing, though. I see a lot of different things here, a lot of questions, but I don't have any news anymore for right now. I think we have a couple of things to talk about, but I'm going to make some separate videos on that. I'm going to tell you all for right now, if you have TikTok, right, if you use that, go follow me over there. I made an account. I know it's cringy. And again, I sold my soul to the devil. You might as well say that. Yes, yes, sir. But I did it because BitBoy Crypto has so many followers on there, and I think it helps his community grow, so I'm going to try that out. And yeah, I'm not enjoying it yet, but maybe it will come in due time. And the second part is go follow 5 Minute Crypto on YouTube. Go check the channel out. It is my second channel. It is definitely going to be worth it, but I mostly use it as a backup, for what if this channel ever gets deleted? Yeah, then I still have my second channel. I've had almost all my videos on this channel deleted before, so I wanted to be a little bit more secure with that. 5 Minute Crypto is a channel for you. Go check it out. It's definitely going to be worth your time. I will leave a link. I don't know if there's a link down below, but you can find it, right? This is what it looks like. Go type in 5 Minute Crypto. Go follow it. It is my channel. Check it out. 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 It is worth it. And last but not least, make sure you also press the like button on this video to help with the YouTube algorithm. I think this helps out a ton. And we're doing a huge giveaway at 80,000 subs. So if you aren't subscribed just quite yet, make sure you do that. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. That was it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Everything is dipping, everything is going crazy, but it will always be that way. Crypto is always going crazy. You can never end a live stream that way otherwise. You can never end it. Always something new crazy happens, right? Every time I look, it's like, oh, you guys say, oh, Dusty, don't go. It's dipping right now. What do we do? That happens every single time. Every time I want to end something, end a live stream, or start it even, something even crazier happens, and I need to adjust my whole scheme on these things. Like, makes you reconsider a couple of things, right? But yeah. Next video is gonna be about Cardano, and also please help that video out once it comes out in about 4 hours from now, by pressing the thumbs up on it, because I think I'm going to need it. Because I think a lot of people will hate it, but it's basically explaining why Cardano is a very risky coin to buy right now. It's already inflated like crazy, and we have a hard fork coming up. It's a scary one. It's a bet, but it's a scary one. Yeah, it's going to be coming out in a little bit. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'm going to see you guys real soon, all right? I'm going to see you guys real soon. Thank you guys all.